Namaskaram, good evening and a very warm welcome to Times Now's Election Yatra. I'm Pratibha and we're joining you live from Hyderabad. I wish we could show you around in the beautiful city of Hyderabad, but unfortunately rains have played spoil sport. We were in Karimnagar in Telangana. Remember, this is a three-cornered fight that we are witnessing in the state. The Congress guarantee versus the Modi guarantee versus the BRS that's looking for a comeback. In Hyderabad though, the AIMIM is in power. Asaduddin Owaisi has been a four-term MP looking for a comeback again for the fifth term as well. What's happening in Hyderabad? We'll speak about that, but before that, let's speak about what happened in Karimnagar. This is a constituency where KCR himself has represented the seat. The BJP's Bandi Sanjay won from the constituency in 2019 in the Modi wave. The party predicts that this time around there's going to be a saffron sweep across Telangana. What do the voters think? What do the candidates say about what's expected? Take a look at this special report.
The Times Now Election Yatra is in Karimnagar constituency, one of the four constituencies that saw the saffron wave in 2019. BJP's victory here was not just the emergence of the party in the state, but of its most popular leader, Bandi Sanjay Kumar. A farmer's son who emerged from the grassroots, the leader brought a revolution to the state with his Hindutva politics. Bandi Sanjay's stature grew with his tenure as president of the BJP in Telangana from 2020 to 2023. The party experienced big wins in the assembly elections and civic polls. But things seem to have taken a sudden halt when he was replaced by G. Kishan Reddy. But his popularity with the cadre still remains. Bandi Sanjay is confident that he will win from this constituency.
So as we were campaigning across the Karimnagar constituency, we went to the Congress candidate, the BRS candidate, and we came to the BJP campaign where the moment Bandi Sanjay Garu's name was taken, there was a roar across in the hall as well. And in the busy schedule, he's speaking to us. Thank you so much for speaking to us, Bandi Sanjay Garu. First, I want to ask you, ee constituency lo and Telangana lo Bandi Sanjay wave unda or Modi wave unda?
Modi. Ekkadunna only Modi. Modi maku spurti, Modi maku boss, Modi maku ఆదర్శం. ఎక్కడ వినా కూడా నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారిని ప్రధానమంత్రి చేయాలి. నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారిని ప్రధానమంత్రిగా లేని దేశాన్ని ఊహించుకోలేము. దేశం రక్షింపబడాలంటే, దేశం అభివృద్ధి చెందాలంటే, దేశంలో పేద ప్రజల బతుకులు బాగుపడాలంటే ఓన్లీ నరేంద్ర మోడీ ఒక్కడే ఈ దేశానికి దశ చూపేటువంటి మహానుభావుడు అని చెప్తున్నారు. ఓన్లీ మోడీ హవా ఈ తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో దేశవ్యాప్తంగా కొనసాగుతున్నది.
Modi guarantee versus Congress guarantee?
కాంగ్రెస్ కు వారంటీ లేని గ్యారంటీ కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ. ఎలక్షన్స్ ముందు కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ అసలు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో ఫైట్ చేసింది బీజేపీ. కానీ కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ 6 గ్యారంటీలు పేరుతో అలా ఓట్లు వేసుకునే ప్రయత్నం చేసింది. 2500 లేడీస్కి ఇస్తున్నారు, ఇవ్వలేదు. 4000 ఆసరా పెన్షన్స్ అన్నారు, ఇవ్వలేదు. 1 తులా గోల్డ్ లేడీస్కి ఇస్తున్నారు, అది ఇవ్వలేదు. స్కూటీస్ ఇస్తున్నారు, ఇవ్వలేదు. ఇవాళ 15,000 రైతు భరోసా అకౌంట్లో వేస్తున్నారు, అవి ఇవ్వలేదు. 12,000 రూపీస్ ఫార్మర్ లేబర్కి ఇస్తున్నారు, అవి ఇవ్వలేదు. 2 lakhs రూపీస్ రుణమాఫీ చేస్తున్నారు, లోన్ మాఫీ చేస్తున్నారు, ఇవి చేయలేదు. 5 lakhs రూపీస్ ఇల్లు ల్యాండ్ను ఇల్లు లేని హౌస్ లేని వాళ్ళకి ఇస్తున్నారు. కాబట్టి ఇవి ఇవ్వకుండా కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ మోసం చేసింది. కానీ నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారి గ్యారంటీ మీద ప్రజలకు నమ్మకం ఉంది తప్ప కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ గ్యారంటీ ఇచ్చి మోసం చేసిన విషయాన్ని ప్రజలు గుర్తించారు. కాబట్టి ఇవాళ నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారి రాజ్యం దేశంలో రావాలి, తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీకి గుణపాఠం చెప్పాలని చెప్పి ఇవాళ ప్రజలు భావిస్తున్నారు.
సో లాస్ట్లీ మీది అపీల్ ఓటర్స్ ఏనుంది?
ఇవాళ కరీంనగర్ పార్లమెంట్ ప్రజలను గెలిపించిన తర్వాత 5 సంవత్సరాల్లో 2 సార్లు కోవిడ్తో ఉన్నప్పుడు కూడా 3 ఇయర్స్ ఈ తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రానికి 12,000 crores పైగా ఇవాళ నేను ఇలా నిధులు పట్టుకొచ్చి అభివృద్ధి చేసిన. రాష్ట్ర అధ్యక్షుడు అయిన తర్వాత అనేక ఉద్యమాలు చేసిన. 109 కేసులు అధ్యక్షుడిగా ఉన్నప్పుడు ఉండే, 2 సార్లు జైలుకి పోయినా. ఎందుకంటే ఈ తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో భారతీయ జనతా పార్టీ రాజ్యం రావాలి, మోడీ రాజ్యం రావాలి, రామరాజ్యం రావాలి, కరీంనగర్ పార్లమెంట్ అభివృద్ధి చేసుకోవచ్చు అని చెప్పి ఒక లక్ష్యంతో నేను ఫైట్ చేసిన విషయం మీ అందరికీ తెలుసు. ఇద్దరు అభ్యర్థులు నాకు పోటీ వస్తున్నారు, బీఆర్ఎస్ కాంగ్రెస్. వాళ్ళు ఇద్దరు అభ్యర్థులు ఏ రోజు మీరు ఆపదలో కష్టాలుంటే మీ గురించి పట్టించుకున్న పాపన పోలేదు. వాళ్ళు నిరంతరం పైసలు సంపాదించుకోవాలి, సంపాదించిన పైసలను కాపాడుకోవాలి, ఇంకా 200 పైసలు సంపాదించుకోవాలి చూస్తారు తప్ప వాళ్ళకి ఇది దేశ ప్రధాని నిర్ణయించే ఎన్నికలేవి. మా ప్రధానమంత్రి అభ్యర్థి నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారు. మీరు నాకు ఓటేస్తే నేను నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారికి ఓటేస్తా. కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీకి ఓటేస్తే ఆ ఓటు మూసీలో చేసేస్తుంది. బీఆర్ఎస్ పార్టీకి ఓటేస్తే అదొక డ్రైనేజ్ వేసినట్టు తప్ప వాళ్ళ వాస్తవాలు ఉంచండి. భారీ మెజార్టీతో నేను గెలిపిస్తే నేను పోయి మోడీ గారిని ప్రధానమంత్రి చేసేటువంటి ఒక సంకల్పంలో భాగస్వామ్యం అని చెప్పి అందరికీ అప్పీల్ చేస్తా ఉన్నాను.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. The firebrand leader making the appeal that it's not just for development, Ram Mandir and the kind of work that you have seen in the last 10 years, ensure that it continues across the nation. All the best to you and thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
The BJP could not win a single assembly seat out of a total 7 assembly segments in Karimnagar Lok Sabha constituency. While 4 of the seats are with the Congress, the remaining 3 are with the BRS. But this is a constituency that has been a stronghold of KCR's party. Represented by the former Chief Minister himself, the BRS is looking for redemption. The constituency has been in the heart of the agitation for Telangana. KCR won from this seat and then resigned, raising the demand for Telangana. The BRS has fielded KCR's close aide and heavyweight Vinod Kumar Boinpalli.
All right, we are in Karimnagar and we are going to be going on the iconic cable bridge of Karimnagar. Here it's a 3-cornered fight. The sitting MP is Bandi Sanjay of the BJP, very popular leader. There are several questions. The Congress government is in power in the state, so does the Congress party have an edge, or BRS that has had this area as its stronghold for a long time, is that going to have an edge? Because Karimnagar also has a history with Chief Minister KCR as well. I have with me the TRS candidate, Mr. Vinod Kumar, former MP, somebody who has a special connection to the place as well. Thank you for joining us in your hectic campaign. How is the campaign going on and how are you looking at these elections?
Yeah, because it's too hot now. In fact, actually the elections in South India, normally they used to be the month of April. But unfortunately, for the reasons best known to Election Commission, they are holding this election in mid-May. It's already 45 degrees centigrade. So it's too hot. Even the election campaign is also too hot.
Okay,
because
election campaign is too hot. Here you have the sitting MP, Mr. Bandi Sanjay, very strong leader. Who a Congress government is in power. Who do you see as the main challenger for you?
you see, naturally, this constituency was represented by TRS twice. Once by K. Chandrasekhar Rao, the former Chief Minister of the state of Telangana, and who is our party leader and the president of our party. So he was MP here in 2004. I was MP in the neighboring district. Of course, I represented this district also. My earlier constituency was in both districts, Warangal and Karimnagar. And later on, I represented this Karimnagar parliament seat in the year 2014. So BJP was also was represented by one Mr. C.H. Vidyasagar Rao long back, 25 years back. And the last time Mr. Bandi Sanjay won against me, so now he is representing.
Yes.
So Congress has not having a stronghold in this district. Of course, very recently they could win 4 assembly segments out of 7. But BJP lost all the assembly seats here. And Mr. Bandi Sanjay also lost assembly segment. He contested from Karimnagar, this town. And he lost the election very recently, 4 or 5 months. And this time also he is going to lose badly.
Okay, you think he's going to lose, but last time around his victory from here was a surprise. It went against the history of the place as well. So what would you say to that? What worked in his favor the last time and what do you think is going to not work for him this time? What went wrong?
You see, last time in the year 2019, the elections were held in the first phase in the state of Telangana. Immediately after Pulwama attack, naturally the feeling of extreme nationalism, jingoism was there among particularly the youth of this constituency. And
So it was not so much Bandi Sanjay, it was a Modi wave.
Yes, Bandi Sanjay, he was not known to the whole constituency except Karimnagar Assembly segment. He is not a well-known person across the other 6 segments in this parliamentary constituency. But naturally, due to various reasons, more particularly what I just mentioned, it is because of the Pulwama attack and extreme nationalistic feelings. And Modi, little bit, as you mentioned, Modi wave, he could win the election. And there was a little bit sympathy as he lost the assembly election also.
So for the BJP, you're saying not much of an impact, but the Congress party says that there is an understanding between the BJP and the BRS. What would you say to that?
Actually, what's happening, BJP says that Congress and TRS are one and the same. And Congress say BJP and BRS are one and the same. But I'm happy that both these parties are taking our party name.
But where is the BRS? There are also questions being raised on whether this could be a comeback for the BRS. Assembly elections didn't go as well as you planned. What went wrong? And has the BRS, now the morale of the party, been hit very badly now ahead of the elections? Or are you now resurgent and waiting to go into the elections?
Now we are resurgent because, very simple, the Congress party during the assembly elections, it assured a lot to the people of Telangana. All the social welfare schemes were doubled. They were giving 2,000 rupees for each old age pensioner. They said that they will give 4,000. And they assured that they will give 2,500 rupees for each lady. I mean to say girl who attained 18 years of age. And they also assured 1 tula of gold along with our Kalyana Lakshmi, which we were giving 1 lakh in the event of a marriage of a girl child for the BPL families. But they said that they will give 1 tula, 10 grams of gold to each girl. So all these false promises made some people to vote against us. But within a span of 5 months, the people are unhappy and they are going to overthrow the Congress party in these parliamentary elections.
Lastly, what is your appeal to the voters in the constituency ahead of the elections? When they go to cast their vote, what is the appeal that you want to give to the voters?
I appeal to the people of Karimnagar parliamentary constituency, whether you want development or destruction. We said that we will give water to the irrigation fields, we gave it. So we said we are going to implement social welfare schemes like Raitu Bandhu, Raitu Bima, Kalyana Lakshmi, Shadi Mubarak, and we opened 200 residential schools. There were only 200 residential schools in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Now there are 1,200 schools. So these are the assurance which we fulfill. So the people of Telangana, now they are feeling that Telangana will be safe in the hands of BRS party. So the people are going to vote for us. We are for development, they are for destruction.
Okay, all right. So no Modi guarantee, no Congress guarantee. The people are going to vote for the BRS assurances. That's the word coming in.
The Congress is largely dependent on the Revanth Reddy wave and their guarantee scheme.
In Karimnagar constituency, it's a triangular fight. We are with the Congress candidate Velichala Rajendra Rao. Thank you for joining us. I want to begin by asking you, how is your campaign going?
Our campaign is going fantastically well. Our Congress ticket is decided a bit late, as we have too much of democracy in Congress party, but we are racing with jet rocket speed, and we are already ahead of others.
Okay, you mentioned that the decision was taken slightly late. What happened? Did you know? When did you know that you will be contesting? In the delay, do you think that the Congress party has lost out some ground, and do you think that from the other side there can be some differences within the party that can cost the party dearly in the elections?
There were some feelers that I would be considered for the ticket. I was seriously considered, but there were also other contestants who were vying for the ticket who were eligible themselves. The Congress party took some time to decide, because Congress party 17 parliament seats are there, and caste representation, all other factors were considered. At some place, some caste is accommodated. At another place, another caste needs to be accommodated. That's why they took some time, but that didn't cause any problem for me. So we are racing with rocket speed, and we are already ahead of others.
Okay, so the sitting MP is Bandi Sanjay. He has been fielded again from the constituency. How big a challenge is that for you, or do you think that the BRS is a bigger challenge?
BRS is already grounded completely. So BRS is no more in contest. And BRS candidate is a non-local. They have not done anything. Their corruption is out in the open. Their phone tapping is out in the open. And the biggest project where 1 lakh crores is spent has gone waste, the Kaleshwaram project. People are really angry on BRS. BRS is not in contest. BJP, with all its lies, bundle of lies, is in contest at this point of time, but we are much ahead than BJP. Bandi Sanjay, my BJP contestant, has not done anything for Karimnagar. He is not educated properly. People say that he is 10th fail, and he can't speak Hindi properly, he can't speak English properly, he can't devise any plan for the constituency, he doesn't have a manifesto for the constituency. He has not brought even single institute, whether it is Navodaya school or Sainik school or IIIT or anything for Karimnagar. He has not upgraded the railway station from F grade to D grade also. He has not brought any national highway funds also. He has not brought the railway line which is supposed to come from Hyderabad connecting to Karimnagar. So these are all biggest failures, and he could not spend his own MP-led funds also, which have gone waste. His attendance in Parliament is also very poor. You're
saying that he has not worked here, you're saying that he is not well educated as well, but he is one of the most popular leaders. So do you think that the popularity has waned, or do you think that, you know, the Modi wave or the Bandi Sanjay wave is not there at all?
5 years before, people thought Bandi Sanjay is an educated person. People thought Bandi Sanjay would do something for the constituency. People thought Bandi Sanjay would develop the constituency because he is elevated as party president here in Telangana state. He is elevated as general secretary of national party. So, but they have got to know now that Bandi Sanjay cannot do anything. Bandi Sanjay doesn't have interest to do anything. He just wants to grow himself, and he doesn't want Karimnagar to develop. And people understood that he doesn't have the capacity to do it. So that's what is the truth, which has come out.
All right. Lastly, I want to ask you, is this election going to be Modi guarantee versus the Congress guarantee? The Congress is in government here in Telangana. How much of an impact is going to be the guarantees as well? So do you see it as a direct contest between Congress guarantees versus Modi's guarantees?
Yes, it is a contest between Congress guarantees, which are implemented, executed very well. People are extremely happy with the Congress 6 guarantees. Out of the 6 guarantees, 5 guarantees are already given to public, executed properly. They are extremely happy about them. And then they are also thinking about the Modi guarantees. 2 crore jobs per year, 20 crore jobs should have been given, which is a not. And then farmers' income is doubled by 2024, which is a not. 15 lakhs will be put in Jan Dhan Khatas, which is a not. So Modi's guarantees is a big zero, and Congress guarantees is 100. The score is 100 for Congress guarantees. So it is a contest between Congress guarantees and Modi guarantees. People are believing Congress. Now the Congress manifesto, Panch Nyay also, they are hopeful that 1 lakh rupees per year will come into all the women's accounts, and 1 lakh rupees will be given to the unemployed youth who are graduated, and 400 rupees for the Narega workers. All these guarantees people are believing, and people now have come to a finality that Modi is bundle of lies. That's all, nothing else.
Okay, so there's going to be a change in the constituency. That's what you're saying. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. All the best for your campaign.
The Congress last won this constituency in 2009 before the formation of the state of Telangana. While the BRS won it in 2014 and is looking to return to power, can they defeat the stature and popularity of Bandi Sanjay Kumar?
So, as we travel across the Karimnagar Lok Sabha constituency, let's stop here and find out from the people what they think, who is the MP who has done good work. यहाँ पे कौन सी पार्टी ने अच्छा काम किया है? अच्छा, आपको क्या लगता है कौन सी पार्टी ने अच्छा काम किया है? ये कौन अच्छा लीडर है यहाँ पे?
इससे पहले तो बीआरएस तो अच्छा काम किया। अब तो यहाँ पे ये एमपी है, वो एमपी तो अपने को यहाँ अब तक तो नहीं आया। अब तो कौन जीतना कौन नहीं मालूम।
अच्छा, तो जो एमपी है यहाँ पे वो यहाँ पे नहीं आए हैं?
अभी यहाँ का क्या भी नहीं है काम,
कुछ काम नहीं हुआ है।
हाँ।
अच्छा, तो यहाँ पे अभी कौन स्ट्रॉन्ग? यहाँ पे कांग्रेस की सरकार है, तो अभी तो लोकसभा इलेक्शन होगा, तो अब यहाँ स्टेट में जो गारंटी है उसके बारे में सोचेंगे या फिर प्रधानमंत्री कौन बनना चाहिए ये देखेंगे?
अब तो गारंटी बोल तो क्या भी नहीं हुआ। अब वो एक तो बस फ्री हो गया होता ही, और क्या वो घर दे तुम बोले वो बोले, और करंट का भी अब कल इलेक्शन से रुका दिए। और आगे क्या होता है नहीं मालूम।
अच्छा, तो आप जब वोट करेंगे तो ये सब मुद्दे सोच के वोट करेंगे। आपको कौन सा पार्टी पसंद है?
अभी कांग्रेस का वो 5 गारंटी है ना, 5 गारंटी ना, ये गारंटी मिला वो बस का पूरा गारंटी का
कुछ अच्छा नहीं हुआ है। गारंटी दिया है लेकिन कुछ अच्छा नहीं हुआ। आपको क्या लगता है कौन सी पार्टी यहाँ पे अच्छा काम कर रही है?
बीजेपी।
बीजेपी, ऐसा मतलब यहाँ पे लोकसभा कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में भी बीजेपी बंडी संजय ही हैं, उन्होंने अच्छा काम किया है?
हाँ, 100%।
क्या क्या पसंद है आपको? आप तो फिर जब वोट करते हैं तो बंडी संजय सोच के वोट करेंगे कि मोदी सोच के वोट करेंगे?
नहीं, मोदी से।
मोदी,
हाँ।
उन्होंने अच्छा काम
क्या
किया।
बोले तो अयोध्या में अच्छा भगवान आया, पूरा अच्छा काम है।
अच्छा काम।
हाँ, मोदी का।
अच्छा, यहाँ पे कांग्रेस की सरकार है, यहाँ पे गारंटीज भी लाए गए हैं, उससे क्या इम्पैक्ट?
गारंटी आता नहीं
आता। और रेवंत रेड्डी का कुछ इम्पैक्ट होगा? केसीआर वेस्ट, रेवंत रेड्डी वेस्ट। आपको क्या लगता है विच पार्टी इज डूइंग वेल? कौन सी पार्टी अच्छा काम करती है?
मैं तेलुगु।
हाँ, तेलुगु।
बंडी संजय।
बंडी संजय अच्छा काम किया है उन्होंने, उनका बहुत इम्पैक्ट है इधर। अच्छा इम्पैक्ट है, अच्छा उनका चलता है यहाँ पे। आपको क्या लगता है यहाँ पे कौन अच्छा पार्टी है, किसने अच्छा काम किया है?
తెలుగు రాదు
तेलुगु చెప్పండి। बंडी संजय, कांग्रेस और बीआरएस। बीआरएस अच्छा काम किया है। केसीआर गारू
ये కేసీఆర్ తాపోతాడు।
Okay, fine. So there are many who also say that KCR, remember KCR also has a connect with this constituency, as we have been saying. He himself has also represented this constituency. This time his close aide Vinod is also contesting from here. आपको क्या लगता है कौन सी पार्टी यहाँ स्ट्रॉन्ग है, किसने अच्छा काम किया है? बीजेपी। क्या काम किया है, क्यों आपको पसंद है? आप लोकल एमपी को देखेंगे कि मोदी जी ने क्या काम किया है?
ఇప్పుడు అంతమందికి బోయినపల్లి వినోద్ కుమార్ గెలిపిస్తే పెద్దగా ఏం చేసింది ఏం లేదు. బీజేపీ తరఫున ఇప్పుడు కరీంనగర్ నుంచి వరంగల్ వరకు రోడ్డు విస్తరణ జరుగుతుంది. మరియు బీజేపీ ద్వారా ఇప్పుడు కేంద్రంలో బీజేపీ ఉంది కాబట్టి బీజేపీ వస్తేనే బాగుంటుందని నా ఆలోచన. కాంగ్రెస్ గ్యారంటీ ఫస్ట్ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం వరకు పర్లేదు, బట్ కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం వరకు కొంచెం ప్రాబ్లం.
So again another voice as well that says that for the state the guarantees are good, we are going to be happy about it, but on the other hand there are when it comes to the Lok Sabha elections, we are going to be voting for the Prime Minister, and that's what they've been saying as well. Congress guarantee na, Modi guarantee na? మోదీ గ్యారంటీ. క్యూ అచ్చా కామ్ కర్ రహే?
కంప్యూటర్ మోడీకి చేయాలని అనుకుంటాను. మోదీ మాది పర్లపల్లి ముందున్నది.
Okay, so Modi guarantee, she is also voting for the Modi guarantee. She says that she is happy about the work that is happening. Akka, Modi guarantee, Congress guarantee na BRS? कौन है अच्छा यहाँ पे? आपको क्या लगता है? कौन सी पार्टी अच्छा काम करी?
అల్లా తలకేరక మనం ఎవరంటే ఉన్నది
कोई अच्छा नहीं कर रहा। चलिए आपको क्या लगता है कौन सी पार्टी यहाँ अच्छा काम कर रही है? बीजेपी। क्या काम किया है यहाँ, लोकल एमपी या मोदी जी?
లోకల్ మోదీజీ రెండు దేశ భద్రత కోసం మోదీ కావాలి.
ओके, देश बदलने के लिए मोदी, वो कह रहे हैं आप. यहाँ पे लोकल एमपी ने भी अच्छा काम किया है. क्या क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा? डेवलपमेंट, राम मंदिर, क्या क्या सोचेंगे?
డెవలప్మెంట్ అదే అవుతుంది, దేశ భద్రత ఉంటే ప్రతి ఒక్కటి అనుకోకుండా అవే అవుతాయి.
Okay, all right. So, saying that we are going to be thinking of the country as well. Akka Nimta Karav, which party is doing well? Congress guarantee, Modi guarantee, or BRS? Who is doing well?
తెలుగు ఉన్నాయే.
कोई भी नहीं. अच्छा, तो let's find out from a few others as well. There are a lot of people here around as we speak to people and find out what is it that they think, because when they go in for the voting, they are going to decide. Modi guarantee, Congress guarantee ना BRS.
మోడీ గ్యారెంటీ.
मोदी अच्छा काम किया है, मोदी से खुश हैं. अच्छा, क्या क्या पसंद है आपको?
మాకు హిందీ నై రాదు,
తెలుగు
తెలుగు. మోడీ మంచి పనులు చేస్తాడు కాబట్టి మోడీ గ్యారెంటీ అని అంటాను.
कांग्रेस गारंटी?
ఇక చెప్పలేం.
Okay, so Modi guarantee, that's what she says as well. Let's find out from a few others as well. This is one of the main markets here. आपको क्या लगता है कौन सा पार्टी ने अच्छा काम किया है?
बीजेपी.
बीजेपी.
बीजेपी पक्का बीजेपी.
डेवलपमेंट, राम मंदिर, क्या सोच के वोट डालेंगे?
बीजेपी.
बीजेपी का.
नरेंद्र मोदी.
नरेंद्र मोदी. खुश है? कौन सा ये इलेक्शन पार्टी कौन सा अच्छा है? आपको क्या लगता है कौन सा पार्टी?
एटो उंटो एटो एत्तो వాళ్ళకు.
अच्छा करते. चलिए, आपको क्या लगता है? आपको क्या लगता है मोदी गारंटी, कांग्रेस गारंटी और BRS? कौन सा पार्टी अच्छा काम कर रही है?
अच्छा, BRS है.
BRS. तो यहाँ पे लास्ट टाइम असेंबली इलेक्शन में वो हार गए थे. ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में KCR भी रह चुके हैं. तो आपको क्या लगता है इस बार कौन जीतेगा? BRS?
BRS है.
BRS अच्छा काम किया. Alright. So many also say that BRS has also done well. Let's go around here as well and find out what they think, because the voters are going to decide on who is going to govern them here and across the country as well. यहाँ पे इलेक्शन कैसा चल रहा है? आपको क्या लगता है कि which party is strong, BJP, कांग्रेस या BRS? BRS. अच्छा काम किया है BRS ने.
अच्छा.
तो अभी असेंबली इलेक्शंस में BRS ने इतना अच्छा नहीं किया, लेकिन इस कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में KCR भी थे पहले, अभी बीजेपी की है. आपको क्या लगता है? बीजेपी ने अच्छा किया है.
अच्छा.
आपको क्या लगता है? BRS. तो अभी इधर कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट है, कांग्रेस गारंटी है, सेंटर में मोदी है, लेकिन फिर भी आपको लगता है यहाँ BRS. तो असेंबली इलेक्शन में क्या हो गया?
BRS
ही आएगी. तो लेकिन असेंबली इलेक्शन में BRS नहीं जीत पाए, कांग्रेस जीत गए. आपको क्यों लगता है? गारंटी?
नहीं गारंटी.
नो गारंटी, ओनली BRS.
ओके.
आपको क्या लगता है BRS या अभी लोकसभा इलेक्शन में जब आप वोट करेंगे कौन सा पार्टी ने अच्छा काम किया, ऐसा लगता है आपको?
बीजेपी
ने अच्छा काम किया है. क्या काम किया? यहाँ पे बंडी संजय यहाँ के MP हैं. इवन अदरवाइज व्हेन वी स्पीक अबाउट द प्राइम मिनिस्टर व्हेन ही गोज टू कैंपेन एज वेल, वो राम मंदिर की बात करते हैं, डेवलपमेंट की बात करते हैं. आप जब वोट करेंगे क्या सोच के करेंगे?
डेवलपमेंट के लिए सोचता है.
अच्छा किया है उन्होंने 10 साल. अच्छा किया है. तो यहाँ पे कांग्रेस की सरकार है, उसके पहले BRS थी, कांग्रेस की गारंटी भी है, वो चलेगा?
नहीं चलेगा.
मैडम आपको क्या लगता है? बीजेपी. Okay, all right. So here as well, different responses coming in. आपको क्या लगता है किस पार्टी ने अच्छा? All right. So you heard the voices of the people, the voters who are going to decide who is going to be their elected representative. On that note, we are slipping into a very quick break here. But in Hyderabad, a bigger battle that's playing out. The BJP has fielded Madhvi Lata against Asaduddin Owaisi. Where do the BRS and the Congress party stand in this? And what about the appeasement charge that has been levelled by the Prime Minister in an exclusive chat with the Times Network? The appeasement charge that has been levelled here, it's also the Congress government that is in power. The BJP saying that the guarantees have only hurt the finances of the state. Another state where the guarantee versus guarantee is taking place. Are there winds of change in Telangana or not? That's the question. But one of the biggest talking points has been the appeasement charge by the BJP. In an exclusive chat with the Times Network, Prime Minister Modi said as long as the BJP was in power, there is not going to be any religion-based reservations in the country. He also had a message specifically for Muslims when he said that vote for development. Don't vote for the parties who are only using you as vote bank and nothing else. And this is a very, very crucial point that the BJP has also raised in Hyderabad. But what do the voters actually think? Do they think that they are being used as vote bank by certain parties, or do they think that these are the parties that truly represent their fight and their voice? Listen in to what the Prime Minister had to say, after which we begin the debate.
तो एंटी मुस्लिम जब कहते हैं कैसा लगता है?
न हम इस्लाम के विरोधी हैं, न हम मुसलमान के विरोधी हैं. हमारा ये काम ही नहीं है. जहां तक गाली देते हैं, ये नेहरू के जमाने से एक नैरेटिव बना हुआ है इस प्रकार की गाली देने का. दूसरा, पहले गाली देते थे क्योंकि उनको कम मेहनत में ज़्यादा मुनाफे वाला काम था, क्योंकि भी गाली दे दो ये मुसलमानों के दुश्मन है तो आप अपने आप मुसलमान के मित्र बन जाते हो, कुछ किए बिना, तो मुफ्त में फायदा मिलता है। तो इसलिए उन्होंने ये एक भय का वातावरण बना करके फायदा लेने के लिए दुकान चलाए रखी है। मुसलमान समाज अब समझदार है। जब मैं 3 तलाक का कानून खत्म करता हूँ, परंपरा खत्म करता हूँ, तो मुस्लिम बहनों को लगता है कि अरे तो जेन्युइन आदमी है। मैं जब आयुष्मान कार्ड देता हूँ तो उसको लगता है यार तो जेन्युइन व्यक्ति है। मैं कोविड का वैक्सीन देता हूँ तो उसको लगता है यार तो जेन्युइन आदमी, हमारे साथ तो कोई भेद ही नहीं कर रहा है। इनकी परेशानी ये है कि उनका झूठ अब पकड़ा जाने लगा है, इसलिए उनको ज्यादा भ्रम फैलाने के लिए बिना सर पैर के झूठ बोलने पड़ रहे हैं। मैं मुस्लिम समाज को कह रहा हूँ, उनके पढ़े लिखे लोगों को कहता हूँ कि आत्ममंथन करिए, सोचिए। देश इतना आगे बढ़ रहा है, अगर कमी आपके समाज में महसूस होती है तो क्या कारण है? सरकार की व्यवस्थाओं का बेनिफिट कांग्रेस के जमाने में आपको क्यों नहीं मिला?
All right, we have guests joining us this evening. T.R. Srinivas, spokesperson of the BJP, Esha Mohan, leader of the Congress party, Dinesh Chaudhary, spokesperson of the BRS, as well as Saida Falak, political analyst, joining us on the broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to begin with Mr. Srinivas. The BJP saying religion-based reservations are not going to be here as long as the BJP is in power. A lot of ads that the BJP has also put up has been called hate-filled by the opposition parties. What would you say to that by saying something like that in constituencies like Hyderabad, especially where you're appealing to voters from all communities? Is that going to alienate them?
Hi, thank you so much for this nice debate, and this has really heated up like the weather of Telangana. Let me talk straight the facts. Whenever the history of the politics in India after independence has been, the Congress has been the maximum time into the power, and in maximum it has relied on division of the society and basically division of the religion on basis of religion, and giving them and nurturing them as their vote banks. What Honorable Prime Minister said, let everybody be as an Indian rather than you identifying with a particular vote block and identifying and labeling them. No, we are all one. Constitution says we are one. We are going to be one, and we are going to stay as one. So why you want to be like in a different plane altogether? Okay, so the BJP is continuing the Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas side. The BJP is saying, why identify somebody as Muslim or Hindu or any other faith? This is the BJP's message is Sabka Saath.
Till now, we were judging the BJP and the BJP government by their actions and not by their words. But now, even their words are not, coordinating with their slogan Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. Because Modi ji has openly called out the 19 crore Muslims of India as घुसपैठिए, 8-10 बच्चे पैदा करने वाले, jihadi, and now Amit Shah is coming here, he's calling the Muslims of Hyderabad as Razakars. Yesterday we have seen JP Nadda in Telangana, and now he has bring in here Muslim League, Tablighi Jamaat. Now where has this come from? Just to win this election, they are spewing hate against
spewing hate against Muslims. This is the Prime Minister of the country. He shouldn't be speaking like this.
Things have been blown out of proportion. We are talking about the illegal settlers who are coming from across the borders, who are not Indian citizens, who are taking away the legitimate right of our Indian Muslim brothers and sisters. That's what we are talking about. Okay. They are not the Indian citizens here. We are talking about my Muslim brother, my sister, who are settled here.
Okay. Shyam, what do you say? The Congress Party's manifesto was also called the manifesto of the Muslim League by the BJP.
Well, I am a Hyderabadi, basically. You must understand the psyche and sentiment of Hyderabadis. Hyderabad has always been a state, a place where Hindu-Muslim bhai culture, number one. Number two, BJP must also understand we also have Ganga Jamuna Tehzeeb. So this is exactly the spirit of Congress. So we don't don't call Hindu state, we don't call Muslim state, we don't call this or that. See, what exactly our Honorable Prime Minister time and again says India is mother of democracy. In democracy, do you segregate and separate religion to religion?
Okay.
I'm
in
sorry,
this
I'm
battle,
sorry.
Not just in Telangana, across the country as well, has it become a BJP versus Congress in Telangana, and particular questions also being asked on where the BRS is? Mr. Dinesh, your mic, please.
Good evening, Pratibha. While BJP and Congress might try to make it a two-way battle between them, BRS can't be taken out of the picture by anybody, because we are the ones who agitated for the state, and we are the ones responsible for creation of the state. Everybody knows the contribution of KCRG for 14 years, how he had aligned all the non-divisive forces also to accept the formation of Telangana state. So now what is happening? We are seeing a new narrative. BJP is coming here with religious rhetoric. They are trying to divide the society for the sake of a few votes. And Congress, they are playing to the band. We have here their chief minister who says, Modi ji is my bade bhai. Rahul Gandhi criticizes Narendra Modi. Revanth Reddy says Modi ji is my bade bhai. Rahul Gandhi criticizes Gujarat model.
But Revanth Reddy has also called Modi a poisonous snake. He has also said Modi will meet the fate of the Razakars.
No, let me say. Rahul Gandhi ji criticizes Gujarat model, whereas Revanth Reddy says, I want Telangana to be a model for same like Gujarat. Rahul Gandhi criticizes Adani. Revanth Reddy hugs him and welcomes with an open heart. So, these sort of things, Congress and BJP both are playing hand-in-glove games over here. But people of Telangana, yes, they might have been duped once during these 2023 elections. But now they've started to realize, because Congress has come to power in Telangana with unattainable promises. They have made a huge promises. Let me show to you, Congress has publicized in these major Telugu local newspapers saying that we will implement these 6 guarantees within 100 days of formation of the government. But they have miserably failed in fulfilling any promise.
They have not fulfilled any of the
promises.
promises.
So how can they ask for votes over here?
The Congress party has not fulfilled any of the guarantees. Again, I'll come back to the basics here. Is it going to be Congress guarantee versus the Modi guarantee?
See, we are talking about a guarantee which is achievable, which is not going to put a lot of fiscal burdens on any state. And we are talking about the guarantees which go according to the social fabric structure of the society and the country. We are not talking about giving him something, oh, you're going to be my vote bank, okay, you remember me. Okay. I'm not going to say this. We are going to say, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, or Sabka Vishwas. This is our motto, we go with this.
Okay, in Hyderabad, you've fielded Madhvi Lata. You know, the Congress party time and again says that the AIMIM is the B team of the BJP. In Hyderabad, have you fielded a strong candidate?
I don't think so. I'm not saying that. I'm very confident Muslim brethren will vote for Congress.
That people here will vote for the Congress?
Absolutely.
Okay, what do you think, the BJP fielding Madhvi Lata from the constituency, is that a direct fight against OAC, or, how do you look at this battle that's playing out?
See, here in Hyderabad Lok Sabha constituency, our battle is with the ideology of BJP, not just Madhavi Lata. Madhavi Lata is nothing. Even if, Modi ji or, Amit Shah, anyone comes here and contests from here, they will lose. And I believe that people of Hyderabad will give a befitting reply to those who are trying to disrupt peace in our city.
Okay, but when you say that that religion-based politics by the BJP, is that not what the AIMIM does as well?
Not at all. People of Hyderabad, irrespective of any religion, they trust us. They trust our leader Asaduddin Owaisi Sahab. We have the support of our Dalit brothers as well, Hindu brothers as well, because we work here irrespective of the religion. We have given tickets to non-Muslims in other states as well, in Bihar, in Pune. We have given the first Dalit mayor of Hyderabad to Hyderabad. We had 3 Dalit mayors. We have given 3 Dalit mayors to Hyderabad.
Okay, so strong candidate here. What about the BRS? There was an understanding with the AIMIM in the previous government. This time around, what happened?
No, Pratibha ji, there needs to be a differentiation. We have always said that AIMIM is a friendly party, not an alliance party. We have contested against each other. We believe in the democratic spirit. We have contested against each other. We have fought battles. Even today also, we are doing that. It's not like we have any understanding with them or we have any alliance with them.
Okay, so what is the number that you want to give for the BRS in Telangana this time around? In the assembly elections, the BRS couldn't perform well. What do you expect will happen in the Lok Sabha elections?
Yes, that's what I have said previously. People were swayed by unattainable promises, and even then we have lost the election by just 1.85% votes. Not much difference. But now people have started realizing these promises have been made to dupe them.
But did the BRS lose out because of the national ambitions of Mr. KCR, that people thought that maybe he is not looking at the state, he is looking at national ambitions?
No. People know KCR ji is capable of trying to bring a qualitative change in Indian politics. And when the time comes, they will definitely support him. And as per our internal surveys and what we are getting from reputed survey institutions, we are poised to win between 8 to 12.
8 to 12. What is your number? Very quickly.
I'm sorry, I totally beg to disagree with my brother from BRS for the simple reason we have not even completed 6 months time to do that, and whatever whatever the guarantees that we have given, 100% we shall see that they are implemented there.
Here it is mentioned in the newspaper 100 days. Your CM has said 100 days. Your finance minister.
We are running out of time. We're running out of time. The numbers that the BJP is expecting.
Please listen, let me complete, please.
No, whatever has time. Very quickly, you're saying that the guarantees will be implemented.
Excuse me.
Tell us the number that the Congress party is expecting.
Whatever assurances BRS has given previously in the last 10 years, have they implemented till today? I'm just questioning that first. What right have you got to question Congress party?
Number one. Alright, so the battle continues on the guarantees. Here it is the Congress guarantee versus the BRS guarantee and the BJP guarantee as well. The BJP believes there could be a saffron sweep this time around. It's for the voters to decide. We're going to be on the road speaking to the voters as well. That's all we have for you today in this edition of Times Now's Election Yatra. Thank you for watching. Up next, the Prime Minister's unmissable interview coming up only on Times Network.